Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia. This is Madden NFL 21 on EA Sports.
Taking it about the 1. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. We get our first look now at Carson Wentz and this Philadelphia Eagle offense.
Not only does he look the part, he plays it as well. Tall, prototypical-looking pocket passer with better athletic ability than what people think. Gets outside of the pocket and makes big plays downfield.
This ball complete to Rager. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Working from the gun. Wentz. To the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Flush to his right. He'll run it. Pushing his way through. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Throwing now is Wentz. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles where he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
12 yards there and a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
And Sanders with a carry on first down as he picks his way forward for a gain of 5.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side. I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
And he's going to have an Eagles first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. Less than a minute to go here in a scoreless first quarter to this point. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Boston Scott, his first carry. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Play action. Now Wentz. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Deshaun Jackson there to make the grab. And the Eagles drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Quite the drive there.
Jake Elliott on for the point after.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-0. So they went on a long 11-play drive. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. As we take a peek at the Oklahoma State product, their quarterback, Mason Rudolph. Rudolph going to lead the Steelers up now 1st and 10 at about the 32. He'll drop to throw. Ebron with it over the middle. And they get him down, but not before before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. On first down, it's Samuels. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
From the gun, here's Rudolph. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
The hit comes late. We saw it. There's your flag.
And we know that there's a guideline, right? Ball's gone. You get one step. If you're within one step of the quarterback, you can hit him as long as it's still done legally. But anything outside of that, looks like an extra step was involved.
Shotgun snap for Rudolph. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, his intended target. But it's going to be second down. Before they're inside the 25. 15 yards on the play, first down. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the two tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do.
Rudolph loses the football. It's out, but it looked like the Steelers were able to recover, and they will indeed hold on to the ball.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Chase Claypool, the intended target. And it's third down. Out of the gun, Rudolph. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. Look at this. Middle of the field, a breakaway. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. So the turnover forced, and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back up?
And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Carson Wentz on target to Jalen Reagor. And the Eagles add on to their lead. Doug Peterson says, let's go for two here. Shotgun now for Wentz. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So unable to throw it in for two from the two. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a two-point conversion as far as how you're defending?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
On first and 10, Rudolph. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he returns it into enemy territory down the 45-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last two.
Rudolph going to lead the Steelers up now first and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Shotgun handoff to Samuels. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. And his throw here is incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big third down coming up, He's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. This time they'll just keep this on the ground. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage.
Overall, I'd have to say that was just really good team defense, because to me, you can't pin that one on the running back. He had no shot there. He had a man in his face immediately.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A final shot before half for Wentz. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. So we've reached the intermission, and what right? Well, who needs a halftime? Am I right? Let's resume play.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline, because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Now left side on the swing pass. They find some open field here. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. And I think that's a pretty good illustration of why they try to get the football into his hands out of the backfield. That was something else. Rudolph on first down. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Juju Smith-Schuster, 45 yards. And the Steelers have now made this a one-score game. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
Pass interference. Defense.
They've done a good job on these receivers, pretty much held them in check. They're a little too close for comfort.
And you're always looking for a play to get you going, right? You're looking for someone to make one. But maybe this penalty, this pass interference call, that can help shake them loose.
Working with 2nd and 5 now. Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz, eluding the pressure right. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Sanders on first down with a little bit of space as he works his way forward. A gain of 4. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup.
Wentz going to throw. They'll roll him out right. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starting in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment that allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead now stands at 13. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
25-yard line.
Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson.
Deontay Johnson.
At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Rudolph now to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
They're going to run. Here's Connor. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game. But, boy, not getting that one that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. Buying time to his left. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now he'll pull it down. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles had 6 to their lead. Now Wentz going to lead the Eagles up to go for 2.
Defensively by now, you know his ability. You know he has it in him to take off and run.
Yeah, because they knew coming into this game, but we've already seen examples in this contest that he can run the football.
I think they're going to examine different ways to rush him now. Are they going to do it with different lanes? Are they going to use a spy? But they have to come up with options because right now, he's hurting them.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Well, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Rudolph on third down. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. His throw incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Back to the air, Rudolph. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Johnson, the intended target, and it's third down. Rudolph going to throw again. And that is incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Here we go on fourth. Rudolph. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Oh, look at this. Wentz going to throw. Flushed out right. Looking for his running back, and he's got him.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. What a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Taken in the end zone, and he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Steelers ready for their next possession. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
We'll see if they go back to base. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Chase Claypool, the intended target, and it's third down.
Darius Slay on the coverage.
Here's Rudolph. And it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They'll run on first down. It's Sanders. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Come on, guys, let's go!
And that one heck of a run right there. Once he got loose, you can tell that he was going to run a long way. That was pretty impressive. So, fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory.